everybody, thank you for watching LipSense at lunchtime, joining me today for Hazelnut. That's the color that we're going to be doing the application for today. That's also the color that I have on. It's a creamy light brown with a matte finish. I just have some silver glitter gloss on with it right now. It's a beautiful light brown. It's matte for any of you that don't like the shimmer and the shine. Whenever I go to put it on, I will definitely do the matte gloss first so that you can see it, because I know I always tend to put on the, I can't find my words today. You would think I could. It's Friday. It's a wonderful day. I always tend to put on my glossy gloss first, and then I don't know, but I think sometimes that whenever you put on glossy first and then you put on the matte after it, sometimes I wonder if when the glossy and the matte come together, if it kind of makes it a little bit of a glossy matte. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like I try to wipe all of the glossy off before I put the matte on, and it still looks just a little bit glossy. I don't know if that's because the matte gloss also has moisture in it and all that stuff, so that makes your lips feel velvety smooth. I kind of like that about it. As most of you know, matte is not my favorite. I pretty much am like do or die glitter. The more glitter, the better. Glitter bomb. But I'm kind of getting used to and growing into the matte gloss just a little bit. But yeah, usually whenever you see me, I'm going to always have some sparkle going on. Not necessarily. There are some reds that I kind of like matte. I don't know. You never know what you're going to see. I tried darkening my makeup a little bit this time, just to see what it would come out like. This isn't Senegent's makeup, the people that make LipSense, but I was saying the other day in one of my other videos that I don't do my makeup as dark as what a lot of the other YouTube, what do you want to call them, influencers or makeup people, makeup gurus, as dark as they do, like with their contour and their, all that stuff. So today I did it a little deeper, and you can actually see my contour. I have cheekbones. Who knew? So I guess it is a thing. Whenever you want stuff to stand out a little bit more on camera or in pictures, you just put a little bit more of that stuff on there. Chisels it right out. I still didn't do a whole lot more than I usually do. I didn't do any extra steps. I just applied more. So kind of turned out nice. I ain't hating on it. I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial in the very near future because one of the lovely ladies on the group page asked. Today's makeup is different than what I normally have on, just because I wanted to try something different. There's this brand out there called ColourPop that I really like, and they have, I'm trying to remember they have a collection called Jelly Much, and their packaging is so pretty and foiled. But this is the color that let me make sure I'm getting the right one, that I have on my crease. And it's a really pretty, I don't even know what color to say that is. I don't know. It's coppery. That's what it reminds me of, like a copper, but almost like a copper burgundy. It's really pretty. And it doesn't come out as dark as what you might think. And it blends really well. And then I have another darker color kind of blended in with it on the outer V going inwards, but that's the one that I have as my transition color. And then, I know, this is gonna be a long video because I love talking about makeup. This is the color, hello, do you see that shine, that I have on my lid? And it is just like, whoa. I don't know if you can see that, but just thought I'd share because I am just shook. It's awesome. Anyways, I just got these because this is a brand new collection of theirs, the Jelly Much collection. I have all the shades that they have in their collection, and it ranges from kind of like opalescent white all the way through to, I think, a really pretty green. I know for the most part, whenever I'm doing the videos, I tend to wear a lot of browns, but it's kind of because no matter what brown you're wearing on your eyes, if you're wearing gold or copper or brown, it goes with everything. So it doesn't matter what I have to wear on my lips, if I'm wearing a red or if I'm wearing a brown or if I'm wearing an orange or whatever, brown goes with everything. So that's why I kind of tend to be a little bit more sticking towards neutral colors on my eyes, in case you were wondering. I might get a little bit more creative in the future. Usually if you're going to do, I need to kind of, because a lot of times before I go to do this video, it's lunchtime, I just look over at my piece of paper that tells me all the different colors in a row in alphabetical order, and I just jump on and I do that thing. I don't really get to think. I should look at it the night before, plan out, what I'm going to wear clothing wise, plan out my makeup, and then make it all match, kind of like, to where it's not like necessarily matchy, although I do like to do that sometimes too, just because that's me. I'm not that person that's afraid to wear color, and I'm not that person that's afraid to do some matchy because I think it looks cool. But there's a lot of people out there that just love their neutrals, that are very afraid of color. I get that too. It's harder to do colors sometimes. Sorry, my usual. Yeah, it's harder to do colors at times, because a lot of people are worried about what goes with blue eyes, what goes with green eyes, what goes with brown eyes, what goes with hazel eyes, what clashes, what this, what that. I don't worry about none of that. If it's fun, I do it. If it works, great. If it's a fail, it's an experience. It's a learning thing, Makeup's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be all about rules and stuff. And when you see like a lot of the people's pictures on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, if they're, the makeup people, they have some seriously, like, a lot of times it almost seems like that instead of people doing makeup for people who need to learn how to do makeup, it almost seems like they're doing makeup to, I don't want to be like, I'm not saying anything bad, but it almost seems like it's so like out there and complicated and complex that it almost seems like they're doing it for other makeup artists, if that makes any sense. Because and I do makeup. I mean, obviously I'm not a stranger to it. And even sometimes I probably would be afraid of to try to recreate a look that they've done, or it's just like, whoa. Or, some of them will even say one of the reasons it's hard to look like a makeup influencer, why your makeup won't turn out the same as theirs. I've seen different videos on YouTube about that and stuff, and I think a lot of the points that they make are very valid, like everybody's skin tone and complexion and face shape, and one person might have hooded eyes like I do, another person might have bags under their eyes. There's people that are 20 years old that have hooded eyes that you almost can't even see, the top part of their lids. And then, there's people that are 50 that have hooded eyes that you can totally see what's going on up there. So everybody's very different. And so nothing is ever going to look exactly identical on anybody unless you were twinsies. And, that doesn't happen very often. I'm sure somebody out there has a channel with a twin that does makeup. Then it might look identical. But they say a lot of times, don't try to look just like, you're never going to pull it off trying to look just like your favorite YouTube person. There's also things like they can usually afford to get all the really high-end skin products or makeup, or some of them get procedures. Frankly, that scares the bejesus out of me, because I have never, knock on wood, had to have surgery in my entire life. When the day comes, pray for me. So trust me, I would never go and on purpose get a procedure done. It would probably have to be life or death. I'm such an anxious person, like in real life, that kind of stuff scares me. So yeah, it's not one of those things that I'm really all that concerned about. It's what makeup is for, to try to help you, keep looking fresh and whatever. But yeah, so if you don't look exactly like your favorite YouTube person or your favorite movie star, just think about the fact that a lot of them have professional photographers. They have, and professional, lighting and everything else. Some of them use filters on their cameras. Some of them use, there's a lot of tricks that I'm just going off of what a couple of the videos that I watched were saying, and it was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And so if you're ever trying to recreate a look that one of them did and it doesn't come out exactly the same, they were saying, don't kick yourself about it, because most people would have a hard time looking, exactly like the person that they're trying to do their makeup like. So just saying, it's a matter of tweaking things to make it work for you. Just like trying to put on LipSense. Whenever I was first doing it, it took me a while to feel comfortable using like the doe foot. Did I even show this color? Hazelnut? I think I did, but yeah, whenever I was describing it, okay. And it's, yeah. But anyways, whenever I was first learning how to do this, the doe foot applicator, it kind of scared me as far as like lining and stuff. And I am a person who always has to have liner. I like to overdraw my top lip just the slightest bit because I have a really full bottom lip, and I like to try to make them a little bit more even. In case you didn't know by now, but I think you see me usually kind of drawing in my top lip just a little bit above where it normally would be. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go in and take this color off, and then I will come back and apply hazelnut for you. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I just went in and cleaned off my lips and made sure that if there were any rough, dry patches that I went ahead and exfoliated. Because before you put on your LipSense or any lip product, you always want to make sure your lips are smooth. Just double checking. I just did it kind of quick. Okay, so you always want to take your color and shake it about 10 to 15 seconds or 10 to 15 shakes. Make sure you hear the little ball inside shaking around. That means it's getting the product nice and mixed up. And then just a couple like that for good measure. I like to do that. Just don't do it too aggressively because this will break if you do it too hard. Okay, so let's make sure my makeup mirror is where it needs to be. Okay, I'm going to try to stay back like this a little bit. And I'm just wiping this off. You want to make sure you wipe off your excess. Like that. And then you're just applying your first coat. Just try to make sure you get thin layers. I see sparkles on my lips. I had silver glitter gloss on. And one of the important things too is the thinner the coats you do, the less time it takes to dry in between. Just something to think about. And you'll know because it will feel tacky, and then whenever it's dry, it won't. Just a couple more seconds. This is a very pretty light brown. And for y'all brown lovers and matte brown lovers, this is a very pretty color. And I'm just taking and wiping off. Doing my second coat. And just FYI, this is probably a lip color that you don't want to try to apply in your car in the makeup in the rearview mirror, because you really need to pay attention. And I'm trying to get those sparkles off. They're distracting me. Sparkles. Yeah, you could try, but I wouldn't do that personally, just because whatever you do is going to be there all day, unless you take it back off, which a lot of people don't carry around soap and all that stuff with them. Okay, I'm just going to line a little bit. And I'll usually do like one light color line. I do need to do a little bit more, but I don't, like, I do part of the liner and then I just let it dry. And then I come back and do another coat of that too. So is it be good to let you see what I'm doing, huh? Okay, so that's the second coat and my first coat of liner. I don't do 3 coats of liner, I just do 1 or 2 depending on how it goes on and how dark the color is to begin with. I still see that sparkle. I kind of really don't care because I like sparkle, but I can see it in the mirror because the lights are hitting it and it's just like, yeah. Ooh, that's still very tacky. I must have put that on pretty, not sheer, that's for sure. And whenever you're doing this, you want to make sure that you don't let your lips touch together because they will bond. That's why I'm sitting here like this. You don't have to, like, you know, look crazy like all like or anything like that, but you want to try to make sure you don't get a lot of saliva getting, you know, down in here either. And then you just want to make sure you keep your lips apart. So I could sit here like this. It might look a little creepy though, so. And then just lightly tap. This one's taking just a little bit longer to dry. Oh, but anyways, if you're in the car and you're trying to apply your lip product, I don't know. If any of you have done that, let me know how successful you are. I might not be able to do it because I do that whole lining thing, you know, so it might just be me and not everybody. Maybe some people are able to do it really easy. So if you are a car applier, comment below and let me know how it works for you, because even doing it here for you guys, I think that it would be more complicated. Like, I don't want to be in a rush and trying to do it because I feel like I would just, like, you know, and just rush it. And like, I want to make sure that it's nice and done. That's weird. This one's taking a little while to dry. They usually dry pretty quick. The top is actually dry. So I'm just going to line the top while I'm waiting for the bottom to dry. I need to be wiping these off better, because that's what I'm saying. If you don't, I know. See, I'm just demonstrating for you. If you don't wipe it off good enough and it's a nice thick coat, then it takes a while. So don't do that. And this side. I think I went out too far on that side. So then you either go big or go home. Actually, that looks even now. It didn't before. I went out further on that side and then I just kind of went back up and it turned out pretty good. Okay, so let me see. Wow, I don't know how thick I put it on that one, but usually, and this is going to be the third and final coat, and I'm like wiping as much of this stuff off as humanly possible, because apparently that coat was not sheer, not thin. I can be a little heavy-handed with some of these. I ain't gonna lie, because it just looks so pretty when it's going on, and it's so like glossy and, you know. And hopefully this will dry a little quicker, because we're only at like 19 minutes, and I was gabbing a lot at the beginning about makeup, but I do have matte gloss sitting here waiting to be tried out first, so that you can see what this is going to look like before I do the glossy. but you do have to make sure that it is good and dry so that you don't wind up with stuff all over your wand. Because if you don't let your color dry good enough to where it's not tacky when you tap on it with your finger, then it will get on the wand. It'll turn the wand colors and it'll kind of gunk it up. That's the whole premise for this lip product, is making sure you let it dry. Now, technically, I'll move my fan up. Maybe that'll help a little bit. And you can see when I touch right there, it's like up there, still a little bit where I lined it. I wonder if it's warmer in here than it usually is, because it usually really does not take this long for stuff to... Sorry, that was scooching up off my shoulder. Felt like it was falling. It usually really does not take this long to dry. Hold on a sec. You shouldn't have to do this. I just don't want you to have to sit here all night waiting. Some people do actually use like a little fan thing, and some people have a... I'm trying to think what the other thing is. Some people will have those kind of like accordion fans that you know, expand, like what you see people with in like old-timey churches that don't have air conditioning and stuff. That's still a little tacky. This is like the first color. So we're going to do this whole series, A to Z. This is the first color that's really taking quite a while. And it could be, you know, user malfunction. It could be just me applying it too thick. So this is whenever I tell you I've got my fan on and, you know, don't mind the noise in the background. This is my little tiny fan. I'm trying to make it to where I'm not having to do this every 5 seconds. So if you hear a fan in the background, that's this little baby right here. All right, I'm not going to wait forever because we both have things to do. We all have things to do. Okay. So hopefully this won't get on here too much. Okay, so matte gloss is going to be our first gloss. And it's just making it nice and matte. I feel like I use more of this though. I don't know why. I think it's because of the texture. I feel like I can use... Like, I feel like, and you still gotta make sure you get it all in your waterline, because see how my lips just stuck together? And get in your corners. And then just... Okay, because whenever you're done, and it's really done, but that does come out. Okay, I actually like this matte brown. This is Hazelnut. She's a bad biatch. I like it. Especially, you know, fall is coming up. Pumpkins, Halloween. This is going to be a beautiful fall color. I can see me really liking this one, because I like the medium to dark colors in the fall. Okay, so for all of you matte lovers, here is Hazelnut with matte gloss. And it didn't do too bad, even though the applicator, even though, like, I don't know, it didn't really. I think it did all right. There's like a little bit, but not too bad. All things considered, that I don't know why this is taking so long to dry, but okay, and nothing in my gloss. I try to pat instead of rubbing, just because I don't want to like make my lips irritated. And like I said, usually when I do these videos, I already have the color on for most of the day, most of the morning part of the day, like from 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning until like, I don't know, 12 or 1 or 2 whenever I do this video. My lunchtime isn't specific. It's any time I feel like taking my lunch. But I almost dropped the glossy. Here's the glossy. Go ahead and do this one next. I like to get on the insides first. And I try not to do it too heavy. I'm just hoping it's not getting on any of these wands. This is Hazelnut just with Glossy. It's a really pretty color no matter what you put with it, so I ain't hating on it. No matter, and you know me, I don't really love matte lips, but I like the matte and I like it with Glossy. Okay. Put those over there. I'm going to try it also with Opal and then Pink Sand and then Silver Glitter. So I'm going to do the glitters after, and I'm going to do the Opal first. Okay. I was looking to see if it looks like it's nice and mixed up. I think it does, so I'm just going to go ahead and... This is... Oh, I didn't show it. How terrible of me. Opal Gloss. Okay. And it just gives it a nice opalescent sheen. In person, it can just kind of give it like a whole nother dimension. So this is Hazelnut with Opal. Mommy like. Okay, so wipe that one off. Nothing but gloss. All right, so I'm gonna finish up with silver, but I'm going to do the Pink Sand gloss. I don't know if this is gonna, and if there's stuff on like here, I try to take that off first because I don't like to waste, so I take that off of the tip because usually there's a pretty decent amount. I thought this might look kind of cool because this gloss looks the best with darker colors. See how it's kind of like a metallic? Wow, I didn't even really need to apply much. So, I mean, if you want to see it with a little bit more, but yeah, that's it with the Pink Sand gloss. Hazelnut and Pink Sand. Okay, and last but not least, patting that bad boy off. I would say that gloss, the Pink Sand, is more of a shimmer, not so much a sparkle like this glitter gloss. And this is still my same one I've been using forever that the little sticker is coming off, but it says Silver Glitter Gloss. And I know I always need to mix this one up. I don't know why. It just tends to, like the glitter will wind up kind of, this time I must have had it sitting like this because the glitter is all towards the bottom there. I don't know. I guess it's different depending on how you got it sitting. But same difference, if there's anything here, I try to grab onto that first. And there's usually a little bit of something. Kind of wipe that off my finger. And do just a little bit off of here. Hopefully it's going to have some glitter on it. And then use those, kind of blot it together. Don't really need a whole lot, just enough to give it that shimmery, sparkly look. So this is Hazelnut with Silver Glitter Gloss. If you ever want to see a certain color, because you're really interested in that color, and you want to see what it looks like with other glosses besides the ones that I've shown you on this video, you can definitely message me or leave a comment and say, hey Alisa, I would like to see Hazelnut again, but can you do a tiny little short video where you're just applying it with whatever gloss or something like that? Because I know I don't show all of them. Like I said, there's Lord only knows, there's over 10 glosses. There's probably like 15 or 20 of them by now. And some of them wouldn't look right with this look, like the blue one and stuff like that. But you could put silver ones with this and everything else. I tend to do a lot of silver over them, or the pink glitter as far as like the glitters. So anyways, hazelnut and glitter, silver glitter. I wonder what a gold glitter would look like with this. I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. I never know because I've got like, and there's so many different, like this one's sand gloss, and it's a very pretty gloss. There's pink glitter gloss, which is very pretty too. You got your prism, your pearl, your bougainvillea, your orchid, and then you got blue orchid, which is the blue one. This was another, like, they came out with a gold one not that long ago. And so, hold on a sec. Like usual, I haven't used the gold glitter gloss in a minute, so it is like not mixed up. But like, here's, say, the gold glitter gloss. And then here is the gold one that they just came out with. I would say that this is more of a shimmer, and that is golden iris. So there is a big difference in the gold shimmer and, say, the gold glitter. If you want, I'll actually do each one of those two real quick. I keep trying to tell myself that I'm not going to do videos that are a half hour long or longer, but in trying to be informative and trying to show you things, they kind of wind up being a little bit longer. So I'm going to take some of this. This is gold glitter. And there's a lot on this one. Holy cow. Just trying to get it everywhere. So that actually is really pretty too. Can't lie. It's really pretty. This is hazelnut with gold glitter gloss. And you see, you can tell the difference between like the gold and the silver. Although I didn't do this with the silver, but you can totally see. It's goldish. Okay, and that one is the one that's like the silver, the gold glitter, as opposed to the one that I'm about to show you. 1 minute. I'm trying to fold my napkin to where I don't have tons of glitter, and I'm going to wind up patting it all over my face. But if you see a bunch of glitter on my face, you probably know why. And then once you do the glitters, it kind of winds up like that stuff ain't coming off. I should have done the other one first. Especially because this was a little tacky to begin with. I would say the tackier, stickier your LipSense is before you put on your other glosses, it's a good chance that they might kind of adhere to it a little bit. But this is the golden iris. I'm like, golden orchid? Yeah, golden iris, and it's the one that is like super gold looking. I have no idea what that's going to look like with this because I've only used this once or twice, so. Kind of, I don't want to say just like the last one. This one's more of a shimmer, but considering the fact that the gold glitter from the last one is still kind of embedded in it, it's probably hard to tell much of a difference right now, so. But it's still a very beautiful, like, I can't wait to try this out. I should have tried this with the red that I did the other day, Fly Girl, because just golds and reds look really pretty together too. So does silver and red, but gold and red I would like to try for, well, I'll probably be doing them for the holidays coming up in a few months. Christmas is right around the corner, so. Alright, so that is it for Hazelnut. I'm going to end it here because it's almost 35 minutes long, and I just wanted to share with you this beautiful, typically before you slather on the glitter, it is a beautiful, like warm, medium, matte brown. And I know I say this a lot, but it's a very pretty everyday color, especially if you're into the browns. It's not too dark, not too light. And it even looks beautiful with the matte gloss, I have to admit. Like I said, not my favorite, but it really did look pretty, so. Alright, I hope this video is very helpful and that you're able to see what it looks like on a live person to get a little bit more of an idea of how it might look on you. So I will see you tomorrow for LipSense at lunchtime. Have a great day.